I was appointed as DepEd Undersecretary by President Ferdinand Romualdez as recommended by Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte in 2022. Bakit po paano po ninyo nakilala si BP Sara? At bakit kayo po ang napili niya na irekomenda bilang Undersecretary ng DepEd?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chair.
Nako! Former Undersecretary of the Department of Education, Gloria Mercado, binayaran upang siraan si VP Sara? Mga naninira sa Vice Presidente, dumarami na. Pero bago ang lahat, maaari kayong mag-subscribe para maging updated sa mga issue at bagong mga balita. Former Undersecretary sa Departamento ng DepEd, inaakusahan ang mismong ahensya na binabayaran umano siya upang hindi ko mangbibig sa lahat ng nasaksihang di maayos na pamamalakad. Talagang gumagawa na nga ng hakbang ang mga kumukontra sa Vice Presidente para siraan ito. Ang nakapagtataka nga lang kung bakit tumatanggap pa siya ng suhol at ngayon bumabaliktad na. Halatang nagsisinungaling lang at pera-pera lang talaga ang habol ng ginang na ito. Narito ang buong detalye.
Po yung mga foundation that you can relay to this committee as your established personality?
Thank you, Chair, for that question.
Yes, Yusek Mercado, you are recognized.
I was, as I mentioned, I'm already 40 years in government. I was pulled out from my fourth-year college. I was 19 years old when I worked with then Minister Vicente Paterno as Masikap. I think one of the famous Masikap here is also Congressman from Cagayan de Oro. So I started working in Mindanao as a field worker, and I rose the rank up to an assistant secretary on mostly on merit. And then I had my PhD in Mainland China Studies. So when I got back, I was asked by Secretary Bert Gonzales to join him in the National Security Council, and that's where I was totally grounded on social democracy and being able to work well with the countryside and the other sectors.
So in other words, Mr. Chairman, your foundation of your having served for 40 years in the public service is Social Democrats.
Yes po, sir.
Mr. Chairman, kasi yung pong mga Social Democrats, yung pong equality, no? Like Sweden, Norway, and the different part of this world adhere to this social democracy, which establish a fairness and equal rights for every citizen of their country. And I heard that, correct me if I'm wrong, Madam Gloria, were you tapped on the Yolanda rehabilitation on the capacity building of the different LGUs by former Senator Ping Lacson?
Yes po, sir.
Bakit po kayo tinap ni Senator Ping Lacson? What is your credibility and your capacity to lead yung sa Yolanda rehabilitation?
I was actually wearing two hats, Mr. Chair. The first one is I was the commander of the Naval Forces Reserve, Eastern Visayas. I'm a Commodore po of the Philippine Navy Reserve.
So reservist po kayo ng
Yes
ng
po,
Navy?
sir. Yes, sir. And second is that I was the Senior Vice President and Dean of the Development Academy of the Philippines. And we were asked by Senator Ping Lacson, of then Presidential Advisor for the Yolanda Rehabilitation, to develop a course for the 179 municipalities and towns that were affected by which we call the Yolanda Corridor. So we customized a program for them, and they didn't come up with a thesis. It's a master's degree. What came out, each of the planner will come out with a new town plan that is on a build better framework.
So in other words, Madam Chair, Mr. Chair pala, and Madam Gloria, yung buong trabaho po ninyo para maintindihan po ng in a layman's term, no, yung naging trabaho nyo as Senior Vice President po ba kayo ng Development Academy of the Philippines?
Yes po.
If I may, no, ito po bang trabaho nyo dito, kung ilalagay po natin para mas maintindihan natin, kayo po yung nagte-train para dun sa mga career executive. Am I correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So in other words, your capacity as one of the pillars of the Development Academy of the Philippines is to give ammunition to those affected doon sa Yolanda tragedy. Is
Yes,
that correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Were you also a pioneer nung tinatawag natin sa Development Security Program for the Command and General Staff ng College ng Armed Forces of the Philippines?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Were you a part of it?
Kasi as also a reservist po, I realized that yung nag-aaral sa Command and General Staff College, they only get a certificate of a Command and General Staff course. So naisip namin sa DAP is to twin a program. We expanded the training so that pag-graduate nila sa Command and General Staff College, hindi lamang sila certified of the Command and General Staff course, meron din silang Masters in Public Management, Major in Development and Security. Ang tinuturo po namin, Mr. Chair, is for the armed forces to be able to work properly in the ground, especially with the NGOs and the local government units.
Okay. Aside from that, somebody texted me as well. They saw you on the live stream of the House of Representatives, and they're telling me that you are a senior fellow of the Philippine Public Safety College, wherein I'm going to graduate on Friday.
Yes, sir.
Are you a dean of the PPSC?
No, sir. We helped develop the program, so I chaired the advisory committee.
So you created the program that we are that
Yes,
will
yes,
being taught to us.
Yes, Mr.
Kasi
Chair.
1 year na po akong nagmamasteral sa
Public
PPSC,
safety.
sa public safety, and I'm quite surprised that you are a former senior fellow of the PPSC. And with that, Mr. Chairman, no, I was quite surprised to find out that no, actually, I'm not surprised anymore. A while ago, when I was hearing your testimony on your affidavit, medyo nagiging questionable pa sa akin yung mga dineklara nyo dito. But now that I found out all of this qualification that was given to me by my friend who have watched you testifying on this committee, now I must agree that you really have a ball, no? Ano kayo talaga? You were established on your foundation on the true public service that are being given by you. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I will not be furthering my my query anymore because I believe that this person who will be testifying to us have this high credibility. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. I will be the next interpellator. Ma'am, kanina po binanggit po ninyo dito na sa inyong affidavit. Ito po ba yung affidavit na binabanggit po ninyo, na pirmado po ninyo? Dated 25th of September 2024?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Ito po yung pirma ninyo na nakalagay po sa taas ng Gloria Humamil Mercado. Pirma po ba ninyo ito?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, alam naman po ninyo. At ito po ay under oath. So,
Yes,
ibig
Mr.
sabihin po nito, at kanina rin po, kayo po ay nag-take ng oath. So, lahat po ng sasabihin ninyo po dito ay dapat pawang katotohanan lamang. Tama po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Kanina po binanggit po ninyo dito na kayo po ay by the way, ano po yung inyong educational background? Pwede po ba malaman namin?
I have a bachelor's in economics and a master's in National Security Administration.
National Security
And a
Administration.
PhD po in Chinese Studies.
And PhD.
In Chinese Studies.
Chinese Studies. Okay. Sabi po ninyo dito kanina, sa inyong number 2 affidavit, I was appointed as DepEd Undersecretary by President Ferdinand Romualdez as recommended by Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte. in 2022. Bakit po paano po ninyo nakilala si VP Sara? At bakit kayo po ang napili niya na irekomenda bilang Undersecretary ng DepEd?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chair. We actually went through a selection process. There was an advertisement by the CES board that the Department of Education is going to recruit undersecretaries, assistant secretaries. So we saw that ad. I was currently working with the Office of the Presidential Advisor for streamlining government processes. And so we applied, we were interviewed, and then we received communication that we passed the interview and the process, the selection process, and that we are to assume at a specific date.
Okay. So, ibig sabihin po, prior to your appointment as Undersecretary, hindi pa po nyo kilala si Vice President Sara Duterte. Tama po ba?
Kilala naman po,
kilala
Your
na po
Honor,
ninyo.
kasi she studied at the Development Academy of the Philippines where I
Okay.
was the Dean and the Senior Vice President. She was our graduate student.
So, din po kayo sa DAP.
Yes po, sir.
Ano
Your Honor.
pong course ang kung saan po kayo din?
Sir, it's just one.
So yung buong DAP kayo po yung ano?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Development
It's
Academy,
the
tama
Graduate
po ba?
School of Public and Development Management.
Okay. So, dito po ninyo nakilala si VP Sara.
Yes po. Yes, Your Honor. And
Okay.
I was actually her advisor of her thesis for her master's degree.
Okay. So yung recommendation po niya, kayo po ay naging Undersecretary for Human Resources and Organizational Development. Tama po ba?
Yes, yes, Chair.
Okay. So ilan po ba ang USEC ng DepEd?
We were 9 po.
Siyam po. Ano-ano po yung mga USEC na to?
USEC for Finance, Admin,
Finance,
Infrastructure.
Admin.
Infrastructure.
Infra?
Huh? Yeah. We were Admin, Finance, Curriculum, Human Resource and Organizational Development.
Pakilakasan po,
Human Resource and Organizational Development, Operations, Planning, Procurement, and
procurement.
the Chief of Staff. And
May
the-
USEC for procurement po.
Sir, the USEC for procurement was a product of an organizational review which we did when we came into into DepEd.
Okay. So, as USEC for Human Resources and Organizational Development, kayo rin po ay na-designate as head ng procuring entity.
Only in 2023, sir. February 2023.
So, dalawa po yung function ninyo. USEC po kayo ng Human Resources and at the same time, kayo rin po ang head ng procuring entity. Tama po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Bakit hindi po yung USEC for procurement ang head ng procuring entity or ng HOPE? Bakit po yung sa human resources po? Kayo po, yung opisina po ninyo, ang pagkakaalam ko sa human resources, kayo po yung sa mga recruitment ng tao, tama po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yung po yung trabaho ninyo, tama po ba?
Ang trabaho ko po, Mr. Chair, is human resource. Then I have the National Educators Academy of the Philippines and the Teachers Excellence Council.
Tama po.
There's 1.1
So in short po, yung trabaho ninyo has nothing to do with procurement.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, Mr.
So ang
Chair.
tanong ko po, bakit po kayo ang naging head ng procuring entity? Bakit kayo po ang napili?
I think it's a trust.
It's a trust. So, kasi pwede naman yung finance, pwede naman po yung admin, tama po ba? Okay. So, it's a trust. Okay. Thank you po. So, kanina po, binanggit po ninyo dito sa inyong paragraph 3 ng affidavit ninyo, sabi nyo, as one of the signatories of DepEd checking account, alongside USEC Annalyn Sevilla, I signed check related to the department's confidential fund and recall that each one amounted to 37,500,000. So ito pong 37,500,000, ilang beses po kayong nagpirma ng cheque in connection dito sa 37,000? Ilang 37,500,000 pong cheque ang napirmahan po ninyo? Habang hope po kayo.
Mr. Chair, I'm not very sure if it's 2 or 3.
Okay.
It should be around that.
2 or 3. So more or less, mga nasa 54 million ang napirmahan po ninyo. Tama po?
Yeah, but separate checks.
Apo, dalawang check na worth 37 times 74. Apo. Now, sabi po ninyo sa paragraph 4, between February 2023 to September 2023, I received a total of 9 envelopes labeled Hope. My current position in DepEd during that time.
Concurrent.
Ano po? Tama po ba?
Concurrent position.
Yes.
Your Honor.
So tama po ba itong sinabi ninyo?
Yes,
Okay.
Mr.
Ano po
Chair.
yung laman nitong siyam na envelope na to?
It's 50,000 pesos.
50,000. So 50,000 times 9. So for 9 months, ilang buwan po kayong naging Hope? 9 months?
May I explain that?
Yes, please.
I've been receiving that envelope, but I never opened it while I was at DepEd. Some of my friends, when I left, they saw that those envelopes still intact, not opened. So I actually didn't know how much money there was in each of the envelope.
But how did you know na pera po ang
When I
laman?
retired already, I was asking for an exit call so I could
You were
return
asking for?
for an exit call when I was leaving already DepEd because I wanted to return those envelopes,
Okay.
but I wasn't able to have that exit call. I wasn't able to return, but so I sought some advice, and they just advised me to donate it to a non-government organization, which I did. And that's the only time that I opened those envelopes in front of the people that I was donating it. And it was 50,000 per envelope.
So 50,000 times 9,
It's 450 po. And
450.
They issued me a receipt for that 450.
Okay. Sino po nag-issue ng receipt?
Yung the one who, it's an
The one
an NGO that I
Okay,
donated
so yung
the money.
pinag-donate po ninyo.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
have that receipt?
Yes, sir.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Your-
Can we
yes,
have a
Mr.
copy
Chair.
of the receipt,
Yes,
ma'am?
Mr. Chair.
Thank you po. So, buwan-buwan po, nakakatanggap po kayo ng 50,000 at sinasabi po netong si Assistant Secretary Sunshine Fajarda. Sabi po ninyo sa kanya, itong envelope na to ay galing po from the Office of Vice President Sara Duterte o galing kay BP. So, ano po ba ang trabaho nito ni Assistant Secretary Sunshine Fajarda?
She used to be the head executive assistant.
Heya.
And then, yes, and then she became an assistant secretary.
Okay. At ang asawa po niya, sabi po ninyo dito, si Edward Fajarda, siya naman po ang Special Disbursement Officer. Tama po ba?
Yes.
Okay. So, ibig sabihin po, itong mag-asawa po, si Sunshine Fajarda at si Edward Fajarda ay very close po talaga sa Vice President. Tama po ba? Masasabi po ba ninyo na very close sila?
I couldn't say that po.
Pero the fact na si Sunshine Fajarda ay Heya, so siya po yung laging kasama. Tama po ba?
If you're the Heya, you're usually the one who has trust and confidence from the
Yes,
principal.
trust and confidence. So, ano po ba yung mga trabaho kadalasan ng HEA?
It's really doing the
Parang chief of staff din po yan
Yes.
Tama po ba? So, pag dumating na si HEA at may sinabi pong instruction sa inyo, parang ang kausap na rin po ninyo yung boss. Tama po ba?
yes,
So,
Mr.
okay.
Chair.
So, ito po bang... so, tuwing nagpupunta po siya sa inyo, sabi ninyo, 9 months. Sunod-sunod, nagbibigay po siya ng envelope na may laman pong 50,000. Tuwing nagpupunta po siya sa inyo, sinasabi po niya, galing kay VP. Tama po ba?
Kami po yung umaakyat sa
Umakyat kayo.
Office of the Secretary.
Saan po kayo umakyat? Saan office po?
Sa Office of the Secretary. Kasi that's where she holds office.
Sa office ni Assistant Secretary Fajarda.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Chair.
By the way, ito po bang opisina po niya? Gaano po ito kalayo sa opisina ni BP Sara?
The same...
Same office. So, ibig sabihin, isang opisina lang po silang dalawa. Okay. Pero kasi normally po, yung USEC ang nagpapatawag ng ASEC Tama po ba? Tama po ba? Kasi mas mataas po yung USEC kaysa sa ASEC But this time, yung ASEC po ang nagpapatawag sa USEC. Tama po ba?
Yes, Chair.
Okay. So, yun po hindi naman normal. Kasi normally talaga, ang boss ng ASEC, yung USEC. Tama po ba? Okay. So, the fact na kayo po ay pinatatawag ng ASEC, ibig sabihin po talaga, talagang very close. At talagang parang very close siya sa secretary. Tama po ba? Parang alter ego po siya. Okay. Paki-describe nyo nga yung opisina ng Office of the Vice President at saka ito pong opisina ni Assistant Secretary Sunshine Fajarda. Ano po ba yan? Kunyari, halimbawa, ito po, isang opisina to. Meron lang po ba siya doong table o meron din siyang sariling opisina doon?
May sarili siyang...
May sariling opisina. So, para siyang chief of staff doon. Okay. Pero lahat yan under ng Office of the Secretary. Kasi normally po, ang mga may opisina lang po doon, USEC. Tama po ba? Ang mga USEC po, may kanya-kanyang opisina. Tama po ba?
Sa baba po.
Sa baba. Yung mga ASEC po, may mga opisina rin po ba?
Yes,
Saan
yes,
po? Sa baba rin.
Naka-scattered kasi madami.
Naka-scattered. So, ibig sabihin, on top dun sa opisina niya as ASEC, meron din siyang opisina sa loob ng opisina ng secretary as HEA.
No po, Chair.
Wala.
Yun lang yung office niya.
Ayun lang ang office niya. So, ibig sabihin
Kasama
talaga...
din niya yung USEC, yung Chief of Staff.
Okay.
Ang nag-office doon, Chief of Staff at saka yung ASEC.
Doon sa loob ng opisina ng secretary.
And then
Okay.
Yes.
So, yun lang po. Salamat po. Yes, with the indulgence of Congresswoman Luistro, the Chair would like to recognize Congressman J. Konghun.
In connection lang po, ma'am, doon sa tanong ni Chair. Tanong ko lang po, ma'am, nung naramdaman niyo po na may nag-aabot po sa inyo na sobre, buwan-buwan, ano po ang pakiramdam niyo? Bakit hindi niyo po binuksan?
I must admit that I was uncomfortable with those envelopes, but parang ang hirap din kasi I'm not sure if others are receiving. Parang ang hirap din I didn't know if others are receiving. I cannot say. So ang ginawa ko na lang is I had this pouch that iniiwan ko lang sa office. Nilalagay ko lang doon yung mga binibigay sa akin na pera.
Sa pakiramdam po ninyo, para po saan yun?
Ang feeling ko is she has naman resources to give to she has probably personal resources that she can share to her people, and I'm not really, ayoko mag-speculate, but the only thing I could say is I wasn't comfortable with it.
Hindi po ba kayo nagtataka? Kayo po yung head ng HOPE, ng procuring entity, tapos may natatanggap po kayo na buwan ng 50,000?
As I mentioned, it is uncomfortable, and that's precisely the reason why I wasn't opening it at all. I was just putting it in one pouch.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.